I'm digging that. Hello, everybody. This is One Mic, One Voice. I'm your host, Chantel Nanette.
Yo, I'm the one, the only KevinJohn.com.
And it's Reezy. Hey, guys.
Hey, Reezy.
And today I'm here on the panel, Brooke Jean.
Whoop, whoop.
BJ.
B. Jizzle.
B. Jizzle.
B. Jizzle.
My introduction.
It's actually kind of nasty.
Yeah, after I said BJ, I thought about it, but...
Jizzle didn't make it sound that much better.
After what he said, right? Just added to it.
Oh, okay. We are starting to show off with our heads in the gutter. But I kind of like it. Maybe we should do that every time.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Interesting.
Gross is good.
Yeah, especially when you're the only man in the room, too. Okay, so... Chantel, how you doing?
Yeah, what's happening?
I like the laid back sweats look. It looks...
It's cold. Actually, it's not as cold as it was the past couple
It was a
weeks.
little bit warm today during the day, though.
Yeah. The sun was peeking out, you know.
But see, you guys don't experience the cold I experience at 5 in the morning
Ooh.
on jet bridges with 36-degree weather, 48 degrees cold.
So tell our listeners at 5 a.m. in the morning, where are you? Why are you up that early? Where are you headed? What's going on?
What you doing?
I'm at LAX working international flights, so we're on the runway with the airplanes. And that's why I was sick for 2 months, because you know how it was really cold around that time?
It was really
Everyone
cold.
had the flu.
Frigid.
Are you one of the people that has the
flags?
Oh, no, I work for the actual airline. I supervise. But we have to walk on the ramp to get to the jet bridge. It's not our hub. So, yeah.
It's funny you said that. I would like to see somebody work the lights that actually has rhythm or something, you know. They need to give a black person with soul that job.
I met this gay dude, and he was...
Rerun with it.
we were talking, and he was like, "Oh, I work at the airport," and I was like, "Oh, okay. What do you do at the airport?" And he was like, "I'm the nigga with the lights." And I was like, "That's because he was like, whenever he says, because he said what it's called, and I was like, what?" And he was like, "No one ever knows what that is, so that's how he explained what it." And I was like, "Oh, with the lights."
Yeah, Brooke, what is the exact title for that job? The person,
I don't even know.
N-word with the lights.
N-word with the lights.
Yeah. Oh, so that's what you do.
Latino.
What about that guy they show in New York with the whistle? They be dancing and...
The commercial?
No, it's a guy that...
The cop.
The cop.
Yeah, is that New York? It was like...
Isn't it?
Yeah, it was. I don't remember, but it was like this old, like white dude, and he like break dances as he's like directing traffic, and
Oh, seriously? This was a white man?
people line and an older white dude too. People
wow.
line up, like traffic like slows down because people are like, "What is he?"
Pilots go into a slowdown, and all right, if you look out the left side of the airplane, you will see a foolish man doing the running man right now.
Traffic. He does like in the street. He not planes but cars.
So I'm curious how someone like that got the job. Was he like one day one of those people like at Liberty Tax that used to spin the signs and, you know what, I got a great job for you.
Come down to LA.
Come down to LAX and we have a
Liberty
great job for you to do.
I don't know. How do they recruit those people though?
Right?
Is there an audition? Do their agents
Like, how well
send
can
them
you
out?
flip the sign? Let me see. You have tricks?
This guy on Sunset? Have you guys seen him? He like flips it on his like shoulders.
Oh,
and
he's serious.
Yeah.
He
flips
is
it.
serious. Like he eats while he does it too. He'll take a bite of a burger, flip it around, and then spin a basketball at the same time while doing the moonwalk.
While I had the headphones.
While not getting hit by a car. I was like,
Right?
oh, that Prius almost grazed him. He's so smooth.
Yeah, them cats are talented. I don't even know where how do you figure out you have a talent like that you can just spin a sign and...
Well, I'm glad
Probably
we're
like-
spinning signs instead of with signs saying, give me some money.
Right?
You know?
Right?
Well, they get paid for that. You know, they get paid for flipping those little Liberty Tax
Yes.
signs.
That's what I'm saying. I'm glad they're getting paid to spin signs instead of holding a sign saying,
give me some
Well, people
food
who
or
hold signs, they get more money.
Well, it depends on
Ooh.
what streets they're on, right?
yeah.
That is a good point.
And that's why they continue to do it. Because they're like, I'm not going to it.
That is true. Do you ever see someone holding a sign in the middle of the hood, like saying we'll work? I mean, I don't know because I don't frequent the hood that much. But, you know.
You live in the hood. What's up?
Okay.
The only place I would say, off Central, off the 105 Central, that freeway exit, there's people like in wheelchairs, and it's like a big exit, and they're always right there in that Central right into Compton right there, and they're always over there.
Wow.
But do they have signs, or it's just a little community, a little mini Skid Row?
Little mini Skid Row, yeah.
Well, at least they support one another. You know, I guess that's the good thing. I'd rather have them come together than divided.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, let's go ahead and toss the break really quickly, and we're actually going to have Brooke Jean come back and do our show theme for us. Phone lines are open, 323-965-1600. Stay tuned. We have a great show coming up for you. Be right back.
Right back.
All right, you guys, we're back. This is your host, Chantel Nanette.
This is Mr. KevinJohn.com.
This is Miss Rizzy. I don't have a website.
This is BrookeJean.com. That's a website.
Actually, yeah.
BG's.
BG's, yeah.
In Brooklyn. Shout out to Reezy. But for the theme poetry, I have entitled Be Rich. Be Rich. We wish to plant our feet in concrete, breaking the barriers of limitations, breaking the mold of fixation. I recall the time when I felt stagnation, so inquisitive to move forward, anxious to open new doors. If you have not earned the key, locks of your roadblocks will force creativity down your throat. There's no time for quitting, barely room for development. You have to settle with intuition. Full-fledged common sentiments. Don't let society's ignorance brainwash you to believe there's only one way to progress in life. DNA cells so different. Variety adds unique quality to the worth you want to see. Change is the way you look at things. Vividly goal chasing, planning my year of achievements, aiming to claim seasons as my success reaches its climax. You're worthy of more growth than you believe beyond facts. So start believing and be rich.
All right.
Be rich.
Thank you.
Be rich.
Get the snap, Kevin. Get the snap.
All right.
I wanna-
I'm sorry.
I wanna be rich.
I'm getting with the program here.
Yes, be rich within and you should be rich without.
Yes. And enrich the lives of others while you be rich.
There it is.
And
I just want to be rich at the ATM. That's the only way.
she like, how to be rich in a literal sense, right?
I went to the ATM today and it was like insufficient funds, and I was like, I had to slide some money over from the savings to the checking.
Ooh.
Now there's sufficient funds.
I know about that life.
Hey, at least there is a savings.
Oh well, yes. Yeah, I used to hate when my mother made us save money, but now I'm like,
Thank you, Mom.
Still listen to Mom.
Right.
yeah,
Right.
couple dollars.
Mama always knows best.
Is she still hollering at you? Are you saving a little buck?
She knows I'm not saving. I'd be like, Ma, can you send me what's the money on my books?
Mama used to say.
Mama used to
Someone's supposed to fill in that part. Take
knock
your
you out.
time, young. All right, cool.
Mama said, "Knock you out." That's what
Right.
that's the
Thank
song
you,
that pops
LL.
into my head.
All right, so let's get straight to it. This Sunday, it is an official holiday. Excuse me, unofficial holiday.
Martin Luther King Day.
Martin, that was last weekend, Boo Boo, or 2 weekends
an
ago.
Unofficial holiday. Though.
It is. It really is. It is the officialist, unofficial holiday there is. Yes, I'm talking about Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
45.
Let's do the wave. Brooke started.
Woo!
Let's take it back.
Okay. Woo!
Okay, not with one arm. Two.
Well, I can't. My shoulder.
That is right.
I got
I'm
her
sorry.
Shoulder. So.
Okay.
Woo. Woo.
Okay.
Are we weak?
POTUS didn't catch the wave.
Yes, I did.
Oh,
She did it.
She did. Yeah. POTUS caught it. I saw that. So let's get into it. We obviously have out of the NFC West, we have the San Francisco 49ers, and the AFC East, we have the Baltimore Ravens. Why don't we all go around the table and say our pick to win the whole thing? I'm going to start off and say the 49ers are going to win it easily, decisively, hands down.
49ers.
I'm gonna go ahead and say the Ravens.
I'm with the 49ers as well.
Thank you. Thank you. So
all right.
I'm going to go ahead and say, Reezy, you are a little bit off right now, compared
Yeah,
to
but that's
Stand
the
out.
East. That's the
she's
East
from the
Coast.
East
team.
Coast,
I feel
yeah.
like
Oh, that is true.
People in the DC, Baltimore area are very fast. I don't know if that means
know
they're
how
good
to
at
run.
like catching or kicking or anything, but I just feel like
Oh, you're just fast. I was about to say, I didn't know. Fast can mean a lot of things.
And,
So
she can't jump on the winning bandwagon. You have a lot of people that try to jump on the winning
that is very
bandwagon.
true.
So she
That
got to
is true.
stick with the
Clipper
East Coast.
fans.
Anyway, Clippers fans.
Yeah, speaking of hopping on the band, that's a whole nother story I ain't gonna get started in. But so obviously a lot has been made about the Super Bowl because it's between two brothers, two head coaches that are brothers. It's been called the Hardball.
Oh, that's where they get the name from?
Yes, the Hardball. Yeah, exactly.
I was wondering where
it's-
that came from.
Yeah, well now you know. It'll educate you.
So wait, is it half their names or something or hard?
Yeah, basically both of their last names are Hardball. So they're calling it the Hard Bowl, like Super Bowl, Hard Bowl, because
Their
it's
last
two
names
brothers.
are Hard Bowl.
No, Hardball.
Horrible.
That sounds about right.
Horrible.
Hardball.
Horrible.
Yes.
And they're-
HARBA.
But they're like actual brothers.
They're real brothers, same mom and dad.
Oh.
So the Super Bowl is rigged?
Actually, you never know. I mean, it is $1 billion company. You never know what goes on. So.
Why are you? I'm sorry. Go ahead, because I have something I want to say about it.
That's what you want to say. Go ahead, get it off your chest. Go ahead.
Say it with your chest.
on our way to the studio, me and Brooke were listening to the radio, and Mac and Amici actually were talking about there was this lady who was doing an interview in Louisiana, and she was doing an interview on, I guess, this new movie that's coming out with the zombies or something.
That's like every other movie.
Warm bodies.
Warm Bodies, okay. Warm Bodies. And then she was like, oh, I got all these people behind me.
She's like,
And
they have these eerie eyes, this eerie look.
yeah. And then the chick rolls up behind her and she's like, hey, Cali 49ers. And then when she's like, go ahead, finish
It's a
this up.
video of it. And the interviewer, she was like, oh, okay, well, did you want to be interviewed? And the lady was like, yeah, girl. And she was like, okay, well, we're interviewing saying how there's people out here with STDs, so tell us how'd you got your STD.
Oh, snap.
And the lady was like, what? I don't have no STD. That's so disrespectful. But she's interrupting her
I think it was
live
disrespectful
interview.
for her to come on live and talk about
Exactly.
49ers or whatever it was.
I loved how the interviewee, how she just switched it up.
Oh, yeah.
Switched it up on her.
And she was like, okay, well then why did you want to be interviewed? And then she just faded off to the background. It's a video to it. We heard it.
Yeah.
It would have been more funnier had the obnoxious person yelling out 49ers when that person asked her the question. She was like, actually, yeah, I do. I got herpes, chlamydia, syphilis. Yes, I am working with it, girl.
Hepatitis C,
And-
girl.
yeah, just then the interviewee probably would have been like, okay, where do I go with it from here?
Exactly.
Don't touch me.
It's something about like black eyewitness person. You know what I mean? Like remember the hide your kids, hide your wife guy.
Oh yes.
And
he
then
became famous.
There's that new one.
Ain't nobody got
Ain't
time
not
for
got time for that. Yeah.
about like
yeah.
just black folks and news cameras. They just
Because you know
time
what
to
it is?
shine.
They have no censor, and they just say what's on their mind. Especially the ones in the hood. If you go in the hood where they can't, you can get footage for days.
I feel like maybe they're not familiar with how the news works. Like they think it's
Exactly.
some like
They think
they don't
it's-
know that like people watch the news to be informed.
Right?
Not to be entertained.
Right. It's not like World Star or like it's not. But
You know what? I'm going to have to disagree with you. Well, I agree with you, but then again, you have to realize this day and age, especially with the emergence of reality TV and everything else, it's all about being behind a camera and showing what you got, whether it's a news station, whether you're at a game, whether you're, walking out, wherever. If there's a camera around, you want to show out because you can be that next Honey Boo Boo. So you
Boo boo makes me holler something. Is that what she says?
I'm not even sure.
A dollar makes me holler. A dollar makes me holler.
Thinking about people interrupting, actually there was a newsman, an anchorman at the Westlake Studios where Chris Brown and
Frank Ocean,
and he was trying to do the news reporting, and the dudes just came straight out the door.
Outside.
They was like, "Hey, what's up?"
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, it looked like they were reacting.
Wow.
The fight.
They were reacting.
That is
They were
hilarious.
pushing each other, and then the newscaster looked like, "Is there about to be another fight behind me?" But
So how did this fight
Chris Brown.
start? Because I saw video footage. It was like really shoddy cell phone footage, and apparently Chris Brown had already left, and it was just Frank Ocean fighting a security guard.
Oh,
they
that's
said
a
it
new
was
story.
over. I know I haven't heard that part, but I heard
Yeah.
it was over a parking spot.
Yeah. Well, I heard it was over a parking spot, and then Frank Ocean was saying some derogatory terms about Rihanna. Calling her names and, 4-letter words and things of that sort. So obviously Chris took heed to that. That's what provoked him. And Chris was photographed today with a cast around his right hand.
He said he cut his hands somehow.
He's guilty.
Yeah, that's what they said, really? That he cut his hand doing what? Chopping tomatoes?
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
Like, did you bruise your?
What did
Why do
he
you need a cast?
What did he cut?
Exactly. How did
I don't know. Maybe him and Rihanna were cutting onions and something. One of her songs came on and he was like, "Whoo, my head!" and his hand.
So that's...
So they're saying that Frank Ocean was talking about Rihanna and that's why Chris Brown got angry, or Chris Brown was already angry when he jumped out of the car.
Well, something just tells me, I think Chris Brown just stays angry, just period. Like every time he goes to bed angry.
Right.
Like he just looks angry. He'll be in church looking angry. But at any rate, I think he was slightly angry when he pulled up, and then after the events transpired with Frank Ocean, especially calling out his girl and stuff, that is what ignited that
I'm gonna need to hear
CB5.
that. I'm gonna need for them to run the tapes. I want to hear what they were talking about. Really,
They said the tapes
heard
they
different
had stuff
stories,
of them
yeah.
fighting in the lobby, but you couldn't really see anything.
Yeah.
So I guess my question is, so does this violate, because Chris Brown is on probation still from that Rihanna
Why do you think he ran?
And
I thought he's been on. He was on probation when he got into the fight with Drake at the club.
Yeah.
Chris, and when he was throwing chairs
out at
windows.
Good Morning America.
He's always been on probation.
Well, I'll put it like this. Chris Brown is like Lindsay Lohan.
was
He could
just
continue
about
to
to
get in
say
trouble and just get away with it because of the celebrity star status.
He just seems like he doesn't care anymore.
he doesn't.
He probably doesn't.
He doesn't have any filter. I seen an interview with him on Big Boy Radio, and he was saying,
Yeah.
like, it's normal life, or like he was really getting mad in
Right.
the interview. Like, I'm living my life, I'm doing what I do. And that's cool, live your life, do what you do, but you're in the public eye. Like, why do you have
Yes.
you have to control that anger. You have to admit that you
He
have
needs to
some
get
type of
a
anger
punching
about it.
bag or a stress ball or a masseuse on call,
No, walk around with a stress
something.
ball.
Yeah.
Or Rihanna needs to just not come outside anymore, because anytime somebody says something about her, apparently.
Yeah, he's going to react that way?
He has a short fuse.
Well, but kind of like what you were saying with him on the radio is like, yeah, I understand. You want to, Chris, you want to live your life. Yeah, everyone looks up to you because you're in the public eye, but you are a person. I understand that. But you also have to realize with being a celebrity, being in the public eye, these are the things that come with the territory.
Exactly.
Right.
And you have kids that look up to you, everything, and you have to be responsible. I just think that comes with the territory. You want to make millions of dollars and all that stuff, well,
Yeah,
Or
that comes
if
with
you
it.
don't feel like you can be responsible enough, stop doing interviews.
Exactly.
Stop doing live interviews. Don't go on the
Start sending
radio.
your public
well, I think your publicist kind of...
Right.
Yeah, I mean, when you have an album coming out, you kind of have to. That comes with it.
But not everybody does promo for all of it. Like, not everybody has the budget for a lot of promo. Chris Brown can still do like happy late night TV, like Jimmy Kimmel. That's happy. You know what I mean? Or something Leno or Conan. That's happy. Don't jump on Big Boy in the Neighborhood or
Where
whatever,
they're
they're
gonna
gonna be
ask
like,
you.
"So what up, though?" Like, don't
So did you hit him across the face, or how did that go down?
do Elvis Duran or do like Ryan
Yeah.
Seacrest or something.
Chelsea Handler.
No, because Chelsea Handler will
I know,
say
she'll go in.
She'll push his
She'll
buttons.
go in.
say
She'll
something.
push
I would
his
love to
buttons.
see that, but yeah, but I understand what you're saying. Do something safe, Pierce Morgan, Larry King.
Nah, Piers Morgan will say so.
Right.
People are like, so you and Rihanna. He's that angry little British dude.
And see, that's why he left the scene too before the cops got there, because they said his attorney said he doesn't want him running off at the mouth to the
Which
cops.
apparently is all that he does.
Yeah. He, didn't
He
want
should just
exploding. Yeah.
So the main thing is, are any charges going to be brought up against him, or is he going to get away just scot-free again?
If they don't, then you.
Well, I feel like the
I
only
need to
person
become
who
a
can,
superstar.
the
or
only person
something,
who
you
can
know?
press charges.
Oh, right.
But I feel like the only person who can press charges is Frank Ocean and his people, the people who he was in the fight with.
Yeah, and I
He
heard
said he
that some
got a
people from
cut.
his camp, some people from his camp said that Chris had attacked him and things like that. But I don't know if
but-
they legally press
The
charges.
only people who
But
can press charges is the other folks. So,
I think
Not always.
the Drake issue. They dropped the charges over there.
well, they
didn't
paid for a bunch of
they
stuff.
paid. Yeah, I was
And
about
then
to
the
say
club,
they
apparently
paid
the
all that
nightclub
off.
shut down because it was
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
bunch of violations.
Yeah,
A bunch of bartenders got fired. I was like, whew.
yeah.
Turns into a whole episode.
Speaking of nightclubs, not to go entirely off the subject, but did y'all hear about what happened in Brazil?
That was
Oh, that's
crazy.
infernal.
That was preposterous. I mean, it
So-
was.
It was a band that was performing, and they lit up some flares on stage.
That's
Yeah.
happened before.
Yeah,
In New,
that
in,
other.
in
What?
That's happened
the East
before.
Coast.
That's happened.
on the East Coast, Rhode Island.
I'm thinking of like a rock band or something in like the 90s or something.
It just happened recently.
What, they
but
had
that's-
pyrotechnics
but
or something?
Yeah, they had they're known for their big shows and they like lit stuff up and the whole place just was engulfed in like flames. And when you pack that many people in a space
There's,
and then
you
people
know,
are drinking
safety to
They
and
were over capacity.
Exactly. That was the biggest
Overcapacity.
thing right there. They were
Yeah.
way over capacity.
And they didn't have enough
Exits.
emergency exits.
There was one. I heard there was
one.
just one exit
One.
for
That's
all.
crazy.
And how many people
How
were in
many
there
people were
total? Like
inside?
two. Oh my God, 2,000 people.
trying to go out
200
one
some
door.
One exit.
and then you see them hacking with axes, trying to hack through the wall
They
so
were
they
starting
can
to
get
hack
out
through
of
the
there.
walls trying to get people out.
Yeah,
How many people? How many people died?
about 200.
But yeah, it was about 240, 250, something like that.
It was pretty high.
But what was also peculiar about that is the security guard. I guess there were some security guards at the front, and they didn't realize that the building was on fire.
They wouldn't let people
and
out.
yeah, they were saying, "Go back and pay your bar tab. Go out and pay." And people were like, "No, there's a fire," and security was not letting people out. So there could have been a lot more lives that have been saved
If they
had
would've started
Did
letting
Did
people
the
Exactly.
security guards get out?
Well, they had to be
were
out there. They
outside.
were outside anyway, bouncing, running it, and they weren't allowing people to come out because of that. So it's just sad. But I'm guarantee you, whoever the
what?
owner of that club is, just gonna, woo, it's never gonna see the light of
Well,
day.
that just goes to show you when you go out, make sure you know where all of your fire exits are. You gotta
Right.
know because that's something that we take for granted. I came in through this door. I'm gonna also come out through this door.
Just like on
Exactly.
the airplane. When
Right.
when I go on the
Airplane,
airplane,
yeah.
I'm like, where the exit at?
yeah,
Right.
you need to be aware of like what's going on by the kitchen, what's going like when
Exactly.
deliveries come
Know
through,
where
like
everything's
service
at.
entrance. You should know
Yeah,
if
your
something
options.
goes down because like when we were in school, like when we were in like elementary school and stuff, like when we did the fire,
fire
drills,
drills.
all the little wings went through a different door,
Yeah.
right?
Even on your
know.
job, even my job, we have
Yeah.
fire drills I think once or twice a year too.
Right.
On the job.
And
yeah.
you have to walk through a different exit, right?
yeah.
Exactly. Simple safety is something that so many people just take for granted or really don't pay attention to because you're like, when am I ever going to be in that situation?
Right.
And yeah, but the probability is, 95% of the chance it will not happen. But that one time it does, you got to be prepared.
Well,
you know?
I went to Seton Hall for college, and
Not University of Phoenix?
no, that's where I went to get my master's. I'm going to DeVry for my PhD. Anyway, I went to
Holla.
Seton Hall,
Holla.
and a couple years before I got there was a fire drill at my school, and it was to the point that there were fire drills consistently for like 2 weeks. There was like a fire drill every day, 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, like every morning. To the point that people were like, "I'm not getting up out of this bed the next time the alarm goes off." And there was a legit fire, and
Wow.
3 people ended up dying
Oh my.
in the dorm.
Wow.
So when I got there a couple years later, it was kind of the same thing. Fire drills constantly. Like people had exams, the alarms were always going off. And I was always like, yo, I'm not getting up. But in the back of my mind, I was always like, but what if today's the day?
Yeah.
There was never a fire while I was there, but like, you know what I mean?
you
like,
never know what if.
You don't.
They should
And
not
that's-
be back to back like that.
Oh,
That's
people
too
people
much.
were pulling a lot. People were smoking.
Exactly. And that's the
know.
thing, there's so many false alarms. Like, I remember the last apartment complex, the false alarms used to go off time after time, so a lot of people would just not even honor them. And,
Yeah, well, it's like the boy who cried wolf. Like you,
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
you assume you're so used to hearing that
Yeah.
and nothing being wrong that you get to a point where you're like, please.
I'll put it like this. I'll use my senses. If I start smelling a little something that smells smoky and it ain't no sticky icky, then I'm going to get myself up
Yeah,
and
but
out.
sometimes you don't smell it right away. You know
That's
what I
true.
mean?
That's true. But, yeah. It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate.
It's crazy.
It's beyond crazy.
What
I
about
thought you were gonna say Beyonce.
Yeah. Speaking of crazy.
Concert.
It's Beyonce.
Okay, so how many? It seems like the first year where it seems really divided. Men are watching the Super Bowl for the game, women are watching it for the halftime show.
I'm not watching it for either. I just want to go to Super Bowl party
To eat.
for the wings
For
and
the
the
wings.
pizza.
Hot wings, yes.
That's it. Maybe some shrimp kebab. Or
Okay,
something.
so women are watching it for the food as well.
And the commercials.
Oh yeah,
the commercials
Those are always classic. Those are always classic. But Beyonce, how do y'all feel about Beyonce performing in Destiny Child? Maybe reunion, maybe not reunion. How do y'all feel about this?
it's promo for her new album? I guess that's going to be
Yeah, I feel
dropping
like it's the
soon.
Beyonce show.
It's a
It is.
pre-promo.
This whole month it's like she's ubiquitous.
She's
Well, that's what you call
everywhere.
good marketing,
That's
though.
what,
That's
yeah,
what
but
you call
it's
good marketing.
annoying marketing.
Exactly.
Because whenever Beyonce has an album coming out, she just saturates everything.
The media, yes.
She has
Billboards
she has
everywhere.
a documentary coming out, and every documentary, it's like, this is real me, and it's like, we just saw you. Like this is really me. And she apparently there's like a sonogram, and she's showing like her belly, and it's like
someone else's.
It's like, but where's your head though? Baby.
But you know what? That's what got her to where she is now. Excellent marketing. But I guess maybe it's so oversaturated now.
No, I completely understand with the marketing. Obviously, to get yourself out there, you have to market yourself. But, it's funny. I was talking to my dad the other day, who's 65, doesn't even really follow pop music. And he said, Kevin, this Beyonce singing at the inauguration, and she's why am I seeing her everywhere? And he doesn't even follow it. So that tells you right there, if a 64-year-old grandpa doesn't even follow music, is getting tired of seeing somebody.
Yeah, and that's twice.
Papa.
Right?
Twice. Because she's a big enough celebrity and a big enough star. She does not need this giant marketing push.
Thank you.
But I think what it is with the success of people like Rihanna, who have not been out for as long as she has been out. Rihanna's selling all these albums and has all these fans and millions of followers on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's
She
kind
needs
of
to
like
make
she's
herself
got to
more relevant.
right.
Make herself relevant.
She's trying to
yeah.
stay relevant.
She created her
Right.
Instagram.
You saw
She
the
did a blog.
you saw the GQ magazine was it GQ? The magazine
Yeah, it
cover
was
she
GQ.
did. And it was very Rihanna-ish is what people were saying. Like she's got like the bottom of the
Risque.
boobs.
She looked good in there, too. It looked like she didn't even have a baby.
But she's never
She looked good in that too, boy.
Yeah, but it was very Rihanna-ish because that's how
was.
Rihanna wear her tops.
That's how
she
Rihanna's
poses on
Rihanna
covers.
never has clothes on.
Exactly.
She likes to show all the tattoos off. And Beyonce's not one to normally pose like that or do, unless she's got a
just leaves
bikini on
the-
or something. Right. So people were like, she's trying to keep up.
Yeah.
Because that is her man's artist.
Not anymore.
Technically,
Didn't he let her go?
Did he?
I thought he
heard
let her
that
go.
they
She's
were-
not on Rock Nation no more?
I don't
I
know.
thought he wasn't manager anymore or something. I thought.
Well, she's still
after
with the
that Chris.
label.
Oh, after
Yeah,
that
because
Chris-
I know he
after that
really
Chris-
disapproved of that Chris Brown thing,
Yeah, I
so
thought-
I don't know if he...
She's still under the label.
Don't quote me on that. I'm just assuming.
Don't quote any of us on any of this. Because we are
Just throw out a disclaimer.
No, but Rock Nation still promotes her, so
Oh, okay.
they have to be.
Yeah, I thought he had a new artist now.
My,
Blonde
Rita
chick.
Ora, yeah, still is
I've
artist.
never heard any of her singles.
I heard one. She really blew up in the UK. She really blew up overseas. She's just now coming to the States.
But whoever her marketing team is, props to them.
What is her name
because-
again?
Rita Ora.
Is she the one that had that song with Drake that came out over here?
I have no
She
see.
was-
I don't even know. But she's like
Anyways,
a
go
little
ahead.
mini. She looks like a Rihanna carbon copy almost.
Maybe they're grooming her to be the next Rihanna.
They very
she
well
just has
might be.
instead of the Barbados accent, she has a UK accent.
Let me tell you guys who I like, who's coming out, and I don't even know her name. Pharrell's new artist, the girl who performed at
Janelle Monáe?
not Janelle Monáe. She sung Tina Marie's a remake of Tina Marie's song on one of the award shows.
Emile something.
I don't know her name, but she can sing. She
Don't quote our sources.
Mimicked. No, but she was on one of the shows, and one of these shows that we have. Maybe it was a BET something awards or something. I don't know. Just not too long ago. But she got on and she performed a
He's a
remake
couple of artists.
of Tina Marie.
Yeah, but Pharrell to me is kind of like Diddy, but not like Diddy because he'll come out with a bunch of artists and then they'll kind of like die out, like because
Yeah.
Khalees wasn't Khalees originally
with Milkshake and all that. Yeah, Star Trek.
and
Thank
then
you.
Google me. What is her name?
T something.
T something.
Yeah.
She.
But
I've
he
never
has Snoop
heard
Dogg
any of her
too.
songs.
He had Snoop Dogg.
was on Pharrell's label.
He was on Pharrell's label, yeah, for a little while. And I think Justin Timberlake started off on Pharrell's label before he went to Timberland.
He got a new hot thing.
He do have a new song out,
God,
Suit
I
and
can't wait
Tie
till
with
his come out.
Jigga.
I didn't even hear it.
After a 7-year hiatus or whatnot?
Yeah,
I'm
7
ready for
years.
him.
You like you some JT?
I love me
I like
some
Justin
Timberland.
Timberlake.
I mean, what's
The
it?
new
Justin
single-
Timberlake.
You can't even say his name. I love me some Justin
Justin was like the
Some Justin Bieber.
the Robin Thicke.
Nah, I don't
Well,
really
Justin-
get that from him. He's more pop. He's more pop than Robin Thicke.
Yeah, he is. I mean, Robin Thicke is more R&B, I'll say. Justin Timberlake's more popish. Like, I put Justin
He had
Timberlake...
like one album that was kind of R&B-ish.
Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
Which album?
He only had 2.
name of it.
Justified and Future Love Sound.
Yeah, I was like,
there's only 2.
Maybe he had one song.
Yeah, right?
One or two songs.
It had like a doo 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 like a Luther did the chorus. Luther V. Who else has performed at the Super Bowl in like the last?
Justin Timberlake.
Madonna.
Madonna just did last.
Madonna with Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj.
MIA.
And then
Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson.
Yes. Nelly performed one year.
Nelly.
Yeah, in 2000. Yeah, it was Nelly, or 2001. 2001.
The main.
Ironically, when the Ravens were in it.
Was he the main?
No, it wasn't. He wasn't the main. It was somebody. I'm trying to think who it was.
Tim McGraw? Didn't they have a little?
They did have a
album
song.
together?
They did. Yeah, it was horrible.
Oh, I like that song.
It's all in my head, over and over again.
Wait. Who else has performed at this? Because I was trying to think about this with
The
my
Who?
roommate.
They performed just 2 years ago.
I know the Who.
And then Black Eyed Peas performed with Usher.
Yeah.
What was that? 3 years ago or 2, something like that. And then before that was, let's see,
They used to have 2
Wasn't,
bands back in the day.
not
Now it's
Aerosmith.
only one.
Rolling Stones,
Oh, there we go. Rolling Stones. I was like Aerosmith.
the Eagles, or one of them.
Because I
better than
couldn't
me.
remember.
We don't know our pop.
Well, remember
rock.
after the
I
Justin
thought it was
Timberlake.
a rock person, and then like a kind of like a top 40 person. No.
The Bee Gees or something.
Elton John and like like Chris
You
Brown
know
or
what?
something.
Yeah,
I don't
after
know.
the Janet Jackson situation, it was like.
Yeah, they took off.
Was it Paul McCartney or something?
Could have been Paul McCartney,
Or
yeah.
It was something like they real subdued. People were like, "What?
They started getting real safe with it.
Yeah.
You know, it was like Eric Clapton's
make
gonna
sure.
perform this year.
It was like Stevie Wonder's
Stevie
here.
Wonder, yeah, right.
And
you
the
know,
woman who does his braids.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. Actually, I would love Earth, Wind, and Fire if they performed the Super Bowl.
I can't remember who else has performed, and like, well, I mean, I can't remember the last Super Bowl I watched.
I'm giving it good vibrations. Who's those guys? Dun, 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 dun.
Beach Boys?
Didn't they perform last year?
Nah, they never performed at the Super Bowl.
It was Madonna last year.
Yeah, it was Madonna and Nicki Minaj,
Minaj.
and then the year before that was
We
Black
are-
Eyed Peas and Usher.
Well, they performed somewhere.
You
Maybe
thinking
it
of
was like the MTV Awards.
Yeah.
or something,
Yeah,
or
okay.
CMT or something.
CMT?
And I was like, because I remember
Teen
putting it
Choice
on my
Awards.
Facebook. I was like, oh, these
Nickelodeon.
dudes, they still got it.
I remember
NBA
that.
All-Stars.
That might have been like the Grammys or something.
Yeah.
So who? I'll put it like this: if you can see anyone perform at the Super Bowl, who would you want to see?
Prince.
That is true.
He would be.
He's
he would have a
performed
nice
already,
show.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he's one of the ones that we forgot.
Right.
Who
This
else?
is nice.
Someone iconic. You know, I
Can you picture Sade?
Sade.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
she
no,
would rip.
she's too mellow.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Because Super Bowl, you kind of got to be, you know.
Speaking of Sade, apparently Drake reached out to her because she's like his dream collabo artist, and she was like, "No, thanks."
Are you serious? She denied Drake?
She was like-
she said
she-
no.
you see my
he's
Drake
a
hand?
songwriter. He writes for Alicia Keys. He writes for a lot of artists.
See my Drake hand?
Yeah.
She was like,
She really. So how did she reject him or deny him? She just said no, or like how did this?
She
whole
was
thing?
like, "No, thank you."
I'm cool
she
on
just
you.
was like,
I'm cool on you.
Wow.
It's like
Yeah.
smooth opera. No.
Soldier of Love.
Speaking on Super Bowl and football players, what is this catfishing? What's
Manti Te'o.
Catfishing.
Tail.
Manti Te'o.
You know what catfishing is?
They
No.
ring you in.
It's actually a show on it now.
Yeah, it's a show on television. It's about online dating, and you're dating somebody that you've never met. You talk to, probably don't even talk to on the phone, but just converse through
Yeah, but then
emails
can you
and text
even
messages.
consider that dating somebody?
Exactly.
Like, I can't say that I'm dating someone if I've never spoke to them on the phone and I've never seen them in real life, and we what? Like, if we chat online. That's called internet chatting. Like,
Right.
that's like chat rooms and AIM. That's what it's called, AIM.
AIM.
I am.
ASL,
I am.
or AIM chat rooms.
ASL.
But yeah. But yes, catfishing. Like I went to go look online to see what that show was about, and there was a couple where they were talking for years, and she was afraid to go see this guy, and that's what the show is. The mediator, he kind of brings them together. Like, this is who you've been talking to for years. Why haven't you met each other? Okay, it's time for you to meet.
They don't even do like Skype. People have not kept up.
They said people come up, like some people come up with excuses.
Oh, that means that that's their fat or
like whatever the insecurities you're going through, but. Years of dating somebody, never seeing them?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy is an understatement. That's straight up ludicrous, all right? And with Manti Te'o's situation is really peculiar because apparently he had met this girl about 3 years ago, and we have to go to a break, so we'll continue. We'll be back with the Manti story go ahead.
Right after
Michelle.
this break, you guys. Stay tuned. 323-965-1600. Talk about that, y'all.
Yeah.
We're back, you guys. I'm your host, Chantel Nanette.
KevinJohn.com.
Catfish Freezy, ayo.
BrookeJean.com.
Oh, wow. Catfish Razy. So we
Chantel.org.
I'm confused. Like, so catfishing.
I don't know that actual term.
It's called that because it's called that because somebody's getting played in the situation.
Oh, you mean where did the term catfish come from?
Like what does catfish?
Yeah,
It's
The
like
origin,
you
reel
throw
out,
your reel out
I guess,
to
yeah.
catch something and you reel it back in. That's what.
I really don't know.
But that could be called like just fishing.
Yeah, trout.
Yeah, like
Call
we
it
call it
like
fish.
catching.
Salmon.
Why this
Yeah,
specific
tuna.
fish?
But how can somebody get so wrapped up emotionally where they've never seen someone and they're wiring the money? What the
But Chantal, you got to understand, the people that go on these internet sites and become emotionally involved, these are people that are obviously lacking something socially. They may have no social life. They may not be used to talking. They may be lonely. They may be in solitude the whole time.
Right.
It's not normal people like you and me. It's people that don't have that kind of life. So this is all that they got. So they emotionally wrap themselves into it.
Especially,
I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying that's how they,
I was watching something on TV, and like you have to think this online dating thing is fairly new. Like the internet blew up when 92. Like when I got my computer, I got my computer in like 97, and I was amped to get on like these chat rooms and like me and my sister would be like, we're 32, and
Yeah,
like
I remember the chat rooms. Like, that was,
but like some of these people, like I was watching a documentary on this guy who he kept meeting women online. And they were in like different states, and he would like pack all his stuff and move to these states to go live with these women. Mm-hmm. And then when they didn't work out, he would come back home and be super depressed. And he'd be depressed and lonely, and he would just jump on the computer and then start another online relationship with somebody. And then finally, when his last relationship didn't work out, he ended up committing suicide. He jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge.
What?
So these people, like...
Something must not.
Yeah, I don't want to say all people who try to date online are like that, but these chat room people and these people who are willing to devote themselves to somebody who they've never seen and never had a phone conversation with.
They're real lonely individuals.
Yes.
And I don't think that they have real social lives, because if they did, they wouldn't be duped, or, they wouldn't be this invested in something like that.
Because there are I meet people every day. Like you could be at the supermarket, on the bus, at Ralph's. I don't go to Starbucks, it's not in the budget.
Step outside.
You like the post office, like anywhere, like walking to my mailbox, like you meet people every day, and I think people are getting so caught up in social media and having friends online that they don't realize that they can have friends in real life. You know what I mean?
That's a whole new like generational thing. Like,
like people don't know how to speak to people anymore.
Exactly.
They live online.
They live online.
They tweet everything. Like they have their phones out and like, oh, I have to share this moment with all the people that I don't know online. Like, enjoy the moment. Eat the whatever the pastry that you're taking a picture of and trying to be artistic with a filter on.
Yeah, no, I clearly hear that. So let's go around and let's see if anybody has actually tried dating online before. I'll start off and say I've met people online before, but I've never, that wasn't my intent of getting online to date somebody. Mm-hmm. So
I've tried once. Boo.
And so you wouldn't encourage it to someone else?
Years ago. I figured it out to be a bunch of cheaters online.
Yeah, I agree.
A bunch of cheaters. You got wives at home, got girl, whatever, and it's like another avenue to get emotionally connected to someone.
Because that's the thing about the internet. So unfortunately with these lines is you can be anybody you want.
Of course.
Yeah. You can be a $2 million businessman in New York with 6 jets. And,
you could be a happy Chris Brown. You could be whoever you want to be.
A happy Chris Brown.
Ricky Lake said she even tried it as well too.
Like, you mean post-fame or pre-fame?
Post-fame. She actually just
That's kind of weird.
She said she just had a gentleman on her, because all this Manti-Teo stuff. She had a gentleman on her show who actually runs a website where he checks stuff like that for fakes on online dating. And he said the things to watch out for. Actually, he said somebody tried to connect with him and friend him. And he said there was something wrong. She was on Facebook. There was something wrong with her profile. And he was like telling people what to look for. He said, first you have this woman. She had a booyah bomb body, what attracted him. But then he said, if you look at what she's all about, first she says she's a lawyer. She's a lawyer. But then she says what school she goes to. She goes to Morehouse College. And he says, does anybody in the audience know what's wrong with that?
First of all, I'm highly offended because I graduated from Morehouse College. All right, so to know there's an imposter out there saying, speaking of which, I have my shirt on right now too. Thanks for bringing that up.
Morehouse College is all male school. So
he
was like,
she didn't do her Spelman research.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it seems like if you're gonna go through all this trouble to make up a fake profile, you would at least check certain things.
Your homework.
Verify things. Google stuff or Bing it if that's what you prefer. But then on the other side of internet dating, I met a couple that they met online. I think they eHarmony or Match or something like that, and they've been married for like 6 years.
Oh, God bless them.
And they just look so thrilled to be together, and they're very into the same things, and they're she's really into the church, and he's really into the church as well, and they just. I was shocked.
They even have a reality show now called MillionaireMatch.com.
Millionaire Matchmaker.
Millionaire Matchmaker.
Wait, that's you go to somebody's office and
they have an actual website though too.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's where that actually stemmed from.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, for me personally, I don't use online for dating. I do use it in the business sense where I get to meet artists, and then eventually I'll meet them in person or people I would like to work with in that sense. But dating-wise, step outside.
Yeah, go outside and
Step
meet
outside.
somebody.
Go to a venue.
But see,
Go to bingo night or something.
bingo night.
Bingo.
Go to Magic Johnson
65-year-old
TGI
man.
Fridays.
Where it's cracking over there.
But no, but see, the thing about online dating that I hear, especially from from people, is that it's just easier. You alleviate all the BS that you get when you meet people out, and it's more direct. It's more easier. You know what both. So it sounds like there's a huge advantage to doing it versus.
Yeah, but there's BS on online dating too, because somebody can be lying to you.
Exactly.
You can be catfish. That is true.
You could see, call back. You could be catfished.
Well, you guys, we got a caller on the line.
Call her.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Cayenne calling from North Hollywood.
Hey, Cayenne, Miss Boho Funk.
Hi.
What's up, Cayenne?
Hey.
Yeah.
Ho.
How's it going? How's it going?
How y'all doing? It's going good. It's going good. I'm tuning into the show and enjoying what I'm hearing so far.
Cool.
You have
Would
any
like to share?
input?
Yeah.
Huh?
You have any input on some of the subjects, the topics we're talking
Superbowl,
about?
Catfish.
Beyonce.
Chris Brown.
Have you ever online dated before?
Have I ever online dated?
Uh-huh.
Ooh, don't get me started on that one.
Go ahead.
Please share.
Please
Please
start.
share.
Please start.
We're all
I'm
ears.
like ready to write a blog on the online dating.
What's been your experience? Just brief.
Actually, my personal experience was a good one. I actually had a fairly successful relationship. It's over now, but it was fairly successful while it lasted. But I don't know. I've just seen a lot of nightmare stories. And have you ever looked through the profiles? Some of them are pretty comical.
Would you online date again after that experience you went through?
Yeah.
Oh, see?
So, what online dating sites have you tried?
BlackPeopleMeet.com, Match.com. I was going to do that one. It starts with an E. I can't remember
eHarmony.
what it was. But the profile thing was like, it'll take 3 days to fill out the profile.
3 days.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
eHarmony is very
the
intense.
questionnaire was ridiculous.
Yeah, no, they want to know everything. Your pets' names, their weights,
Your credit score.
right?
Listen, some people need to rethink, these profiles. Like, my credit's not that good.
But you
See, the thing about it is you can lie on any profile.
Exactly.
So,
Right.
But
you know, I have some respect for some of the people. Like I've seen some mostly guys. Well, I haven't looked at any women's profiles, but but a lot of guys will say, I'll explain it to you when I talk to you, rather than go through this long questionnaire of what they're looking for in a woman and what qualities they have, because everybody is going to tell you their best.
Yeah, but that just makes them sound lazy to me. Like, well, I don't want to be with a dude who can't fill out a questionnaire.
No, but then again, I'm kind of like that dude. I'm more verbal versus sitting down there and being literal.
So then you shouldn't
I
be trying to date somebody online. If you're more verbal, you should go be verbal in person, I think.
That's true. That's true as well. I mean, I can dig that, but so this is the thing. Do you think that online dating sites, in order to avoid catfishing, should start doing background checks or authorize some kind of
checks,
identification verification?
I think they should just leave them alone. I think online dating has been around for long enough that it's okay. In a way, it's more beneficial. Say you meet somebody at a bar or anywhere on a park bench, and then you say, let's go. You're already going out with that person before you know anything about it. At least with online dating, you can talk back and forth on the internet before you even exchange phone numbers.
I'm going to have to disagree with you there.
You know that person a little bit more than you know just a random person that you're attracted to that you meet on the street.
Thank you for sharing that, but I'm going to have to strongly disagree with you there, because one of the beautiful things about dating somebody is going out with them and getting to know one another, asking those questions, because anyone can write anything on a, online thing. I mean, there's really no point of seeing each other if you're just going to look at their online online references and go back and forth. I think that's what makes dating a beautiful thing, and developing the relationship is getting to know one another while you're out and about.
Well, let me say something on that. And I think that's from a man's perspective, but if you look at it from a woman's perspective, men are physical, of course. Women are more emotional. Mm-hmm. Women like to emotionally and mentally connect with someone first, really before being physical with them anyway. So I think there's a plus if you meet someone online and you feel as if you connect emotionally, mentally. If you
I don't know.
You cannot build chemistry online.
I'm not talking about doing it for a whole year or anything.
No, I like going on dates. I like to go out and eat. I like to go out and catch a movie. I like to go out and speak to somebody and sit on a park bench or something somewhere. Like, I like doing all that stuff.
Yeah, but the purpose of the online is to determine if it's someone that you want to date. Not to date. Online
it's the screening. It's the initial screening.
It's the pre-screening.
Yeah, no. I dig that. I completely did that. It's this pre-screening. But then again, you have to realize, I mean, if you look, okay, how did your parents meet? How did my parents meet? You know, back in the day, it was, obviously they didn't have, online. Internet or online. But also, back in the day, some of those relationships lasted a lot longer than relationships last nowadays.
Oh, well, everything now is fast.
I think there's something about building that chemistry with someone, developing that relationship and sewing into each other's lives, physically getting to know one another before doing it online. There's just something beautiful about that. You can pre-screen. I'm not objecting that, but I like to walk on a beach, sit on a bench, ride in a roller coaster.
Well, see, if I were to meet you on the street somewhere, we exchange numbers. I'm going to talk to you for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks anyway before I go out with you. So it's pretty much almost the same thing.
Yeah, but you're actually speaking to somebody on the phone.
True.
As opposed to typing to them through a screen.
Exactly. Yeah. And you could still build with somebody on phone, but typing back and forth, hello, I just got home.
But if I were online, I wouldn't go even a day or two. I would say no more than 3 days without literally talking to the person. I'm like, okay, where's your face? Okay, where's your phone number?
Okay, I did date this one guy online who posted that he was athletic, and that was a bald-faced lie.
How'd he look?
Who did he? Who? If he was in a movie, who would play him?
Athletic where?
Show me that. Athletic in his wrists.
How'd he look, Kaya?
Athletic in his head.
How'd he look on his picture, Kaya?
He just had a face shot. He didn't have a full body shot. I'm not.
That's another red flag.
That's a super red flag.
That's another red flag.
It wasn't a deal breaker for me because I'm not. Men are the visual creatures. Women, we're looking for something.
Nah,
you guys are internal.
You're athletic. You got to be athletic. I need to see back, shoulders, arms.
Well, he said
wings.
athletic. I took his word for it.
Neck.
But he was not.
Yeah, and it's funny you said there was just a headshot of his, because I noticed that as well. Even on Facebook, when someone just has pictures from their head on up, obviously they're hiding something. Because if their body was that nice, they would expose that.
I posted myself are pretty much of the head up, and I'm not.
Do you have your shoulders? Do you have your shoulders in any of your profile pictures?
Red flag. Red flag.
No.
Penalty flag on the play.
I think that you do. And then you have to be careful of like the angles. You have to look at the angles that people shoot from. If they hold that camera up and with the head turned to the side a little bit, and you're like, oh, and their mouth is closed, and then you meet them and they have 3 teeth, and you're like, oh, 3 teeth. You get that Invisalign.
I don't think that happens that much.
But it happens.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. How come you do not show the rest of your body? How come you just show your neck on up?
Because if someone is looking at me on a profile, I don't want it approached in a sexual manner.
There you go.
So ChristianMingle.com is a possibility?
Well, I'm not Christian like that.
Yeah.
So not for me, but I don't know. It's more like fun. I'm not on a profile like, okay, I need to find me a man, because I can find a man walking down the street.
So it sounds like you need to just go to socialcasuallife.com or something.
No. I see that Match.com apparently is doing like mixers. They have like social events now. So would you be open to doing something like that, like meeting people online and then maybe like meeting at a mixer?
Oh yeah, that's.
I don't know, because for me it ain't that serious. So I don't know if I would be trying, because I'm doing it for fun. I don't do it like, okay, I'm really looking for someone to date. Maybe if I had more of that mindset, I'd be more open. I guess I would be open to it if I was really
And then
in the mindset where I really felt like I was at a place where I really wanted to find a significant other. But for me, it's just kind of a fun thing to add to things.
Your
to
resume.
do, you know.
And then they have, I heard they have speed dating now, where they have speed
Oh,
dating
I want to do
mixers.
speed dating.
I've always wanted to do
Speed
that.
dating
Be
seems
cool.
fun.
That seems pointless to me.
That seems fun. I'm
Speed
sure
dating
it's a
seems
bunch
real
of weird
fun.
stories.
But see, with speed dating, it's really just all off look because you don't really have time to really connect with somebody in speed dating. It's just, hi, are you beautiful? Are you beautiful? Are you beautiful? Okay, you're not beautiful. I'm on to the next one. You don't really.
Is that what it's like? You've done it before?
You get like.
No, I haven't, but I saw the movie
5
Hitch.
minutes, 10 minutes or something like that.
5 minutes.
I don't know.
No, some of it's real quick, like 2 minutes, and they have you on 2 different tables, and somebody rings a bell. All right, next, and then you go switch next.
I would grab my girlfriends and go out and do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
that
that
sounds
sounds
But
like.
what if you really did like somebody and then in 2 minutes it's up and you don't want to? How
Then at the
frustrating is
end,
that?
at the end, I guess you got to see if you want to exchange information.
Exactly, because is that what you do at speed dating? You exchange if you want.
Yeah.
So you said I'm sorry. You said what if you like them and they don't like you back?
Who said that?
No, I'm saying is that what you said? I
And
missed
what
that.
if you like someone when you're speed dating and
If
2
you like-
minutes are up?
Yeah, if you like
Oh,
it.
then you carry that on later
catch
on.
them before they walk out the door.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, speed dating, you don't just speed out of there. You speed date, and then if you like them, you take your time, maybe go out to coffee afterwards. It's just
Is that
it's just
how it works? Because I've never done speed dating, so I really don't know.
Yeah.
We haven't either,
like
but
I
I've
thought you said
seen.
you didn't do it either.
I haven't, but I
knows
watched
a
a
lot,
lot
huh?
of movies with it in there, and
Said Hitch.
Hitch. Yep, I watched that the other day, and I was like, dude, I would love to do that.
We should. I'm gonna look one up.
We can
Yeah.
go.
Look one up.
So with speed dating, when you have like a minute, what do you ask the person? Okay, 30 seconds to tell me your
Where you
credit
live.
score, what you do, how many pets you have,
How many
and
kids?
How many
you
kids?
got, and
How
are
many
you
kids?
married?
are you married?
You got kids at home?
Got a criminal record?
Yes. Okay. Bye.
So, Miss Cayenne, would you like to give someone a shout out while you're on the line with us, sweetie?
Who I want to give a shout out? Let me give a shout out to Latie if she's listening.
T with you?
She said
Hey,
she listening.
Latie. Who else can I give a shout out to? My children,
Aw.
my
Shout out to
3
the
sons, Joshua, Jonathan, Michael.
You had one that just moved to, on the East Coast, right?
Yeah, he's doing really good too. He's in school and he got a full-time job, so he's doing better than what LA was offering.
Oh,
Very nice.
all right.
Yeah, so and shout out to the One Mic crew.
Thank you.
Y'all are
you.
doing the
Appreciate
most
that.
over there, and I'm enjoying y'all, and I'm proud of y'all. And
Well, thank you. We got to bring you in here.
yeah, I'm ready to come back again. I'm ready to come back again.
All
I
righty
like
now.
that.
Well,
Well, thanks for calling in. We appreciate it. It's always a ball in here, as you can see.
Keep looking at those profile pictures real carefully.
Yes, yes.
We're gonna find a speed dating for all of us. to
You know
attend.
what? A lot of those profiles post how much the fellas make too. So
They say how much they make.
yeah, some of them put down with their income. A lot of them.
I think only the ones that make a good amount. Like if there's a dude he only made like 25,000, I don't think he would post that up there. I make 25,000.
It'd be like 6 figures or high fives,
Right?
and you'd be like, okay, high fives, 25.
Well, I'll say I'll look at that profile picture twice because at least I know that he got something going on. You know, you meet somebody up at Fridays or something, and
Yeah, but you meet somebody on Fridays,
You
you can
never
look at their
know.
shoes and be like,
Look at the
those
tires.
shoes look like
Fridays on
Shreddle.
Ladera. I call that the herpes bar. No, I'm just playing.
The what? Whoa.
Fridays Ladera.
Yeah, I'm about to say, is there?
Fridays
Do you write?
Ladera.
Do you write that on your profile as well?
What?
who me?
N-
I don't write that on my profile. I'll just let them think I'm poor.
And see if you really.
Because I think really it's usually the men. People want to know what the men make. It's not really as far
people
as.
want to know what the men make.
Yeah, they want to know if he can provide for the household. Is he bringing home the bacon?
Yeah, but you know,
But
what
I
about...
think some men want to know too.
Yes. What about the dudes out there making $19,000 a year? Who are
Right.
Like, let me see what she's doing. Okay, she's winning some bread over
Yeah,
you know.
or is she a gold digger, or is
That's
she
true.
balling too?
'Cause
Or
that-
is she, she got her own thing going on.
Right.
Because there's a lot of women that do come on these sites to find these men and just, mooch off of them and things of that sort. She take my money.
Vice versa. Vice versa.
So anyway, Cayenne, we're gonna thank you for calling us.
Thank you.
Well,
Calling
thank
in.
you for having me, and you guys have a blessed evening.
All right, have a good
You
one,
too.
lady.
Thank you.
Wow, thanks, Cayenne.
Yeah, that.
Pretty cool call. We're gonna go ahead and toss the break real quick, and we're gonna come back and hopefully have our call-in interview coming back by the name of Trayvon Kelly. It's One Mic, One Voice every Wednesday at Roscoe's Media Center, 7 p.m. Be right back. Hey, you guys, we're back. I'm digging this track.
Me too. Yeah, I can see you digging it. You doing the heel toe over there.
I'm your host, Chantel Nanette.
I'm the co-host, KevinJohn.bomb.com.
I'm the co-host, Miss Reezy.
I'm the poet, BrookeJean.com.
I'm about to say, you can't take Porter's name.
No,
Right.
poet. BrookeJean.com.
All right now, Brooke G. Well, first off, you guys, I want to give a shout out to a really good friend of mine by the name of Tone Loc. Let's do it.
Whatever you say, Tone Loc,
Yeah.
the rapper.
Yeah.
Wild Thing.
Yeah.
Funky Coma. All right.
Yeah. But what I want to say is his son. His name is Bijan, and his son has entered the Power 106. Who's next? Voting. So please go on. I believe it's Who's
Power
Next. Power106.com and vote for Bijan.
How do we spell that? Just so the people listening can.
Bijan is BIJAN-BIJAN.
Bijan. Not to be confused with Honey Dijon.
Okay. All right now.
Dijon.
All right now.
Okay, you guys, we got a caller on the line. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey guys, this is Trayvon, aka Native Alter.
Hi.
What's up, Trayvon? What's good in the hood, brother?
All right. Glad to be here with you guys. Thanks for having me.
A pleasure.
Absolutely. So have you been listening in?
Yeah, but, I got I'm having some troubles with my internet, so I've been in and out trying to get to you guys. But I just called in like at a random time to hope I didn't interrupt.
We was totally anticipating your call.
You
so.
interrupted us.
With Reezy, it's always an interruption. So, Trayvon, you are a poet, and why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, sure. I've been on the scene for almost 4 or 5 years now, since Hollywood High School, and it's been a long run. Now I've been trying to work more with doing music and putting my work over music a lot better. It kind of helps to express more and spread the word even faster. It feels it's actually way better to. It's always great to go to slams, but now I've been trying to, get online and spread the music around.
If you could describe your poetry in one word, what would that word be? Your poetry is.
I'd say
One word.
not to be cocky. I'd say it's inspiring. It's more of
That was already your one word, so you can't add any. No.
I can say real. I keep everything that I use. Everything that I write is always from the heart. It's always straight and real. You know, it's every something everybody can relate to.
Relatable. That was like 17 words.
So is it more about life issues, love life, or?
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, love, life, pretty much everything we go
Everything
through
you
on a daily
experience.
basis.
Your life experiences.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Speaking of love life, we were just talking about dating online, Trayvon. Is that something? Let's just get into it. Have you tried
Is that
that?
something you would do?
Yeah.
You know, some people, I guess, have their ways to finding someone, but no, that's not something I would do. No.
So you're old fashioned. You like meeting them in person.
You like meet them on the
Of
street
course.
or at the club?
The club, in the grocery aisle,
In the grocery aisle.
Produce.
on that park bench, at the zoo.
Exactly.
Cereal
So-
aisle by the honey
Anywhere
bunches.
but the club. Just somewhere,
Everywhere but the club.
somewhere decent.
So could you tell us the title of your recent release?
Yeah, my recent mixtape is entitled Set in Stone.
Set in stone.
Set in Stone. What was the inspiration for that title there?
Pretty much the title might explain itself, just leaving my words set in stone, leave a lot of experiences from the past 2 years. I've been through a lot of stuff, so, you know, I thought it would be great to just let it out in rhythm and rhyme and just get it out there and let everyone hear it.
Yeah. Now, when you say you've been through, you know, past experiences in the last couple of years, is that in pertaining to relationships, career struggles? What?
Yes, struggles. Just this past year, you know, I've lost my mother. She passed from cancer, so you know, that was a big struggle in life and a lot to handle. You know, but you know, I felt like after that, you know, mentally I grew way stronger. You know, like her spirit was within me. I felt like every time I wrote after that, like I surprised myself with every line, and that's when I thought, you know, people need to hear this, and I decided to come out with Set in Stone.
Very nice.
Well, I guess that totally justifies your one-word inspirational that would describe your poem. That's pretty inspirational hearing that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Now, will this be a free download or?
Yeah, it would be
Purchase
free.
on
It's
iTunes.
supposed to be. It should be posted already for streaming, and on the first, I will put it up for free download.
Nice. Well, I actually had the chance to listen because Trayvon sent it to me about a couple of days ago. And one thing I definitely liked, the records were nice. I liked what he was speaking on. And you actually had a delivery style that was similar to a rap style on a lot of records. That I got the
I've been
feel
trying
from.
to change my style up here and there. More, I do a little spoken word, and been trying to work on my my rhyme scheme and picking up my delivery, as they say, and just trying to be more. I'm not trying to be so much of a rapper, but just trying to. People want to hear they want to hear things in a certain way. So when you put in a rhyme scheme, it sounds interesting. It sounds, when you get a rhyme to it, it's always going to sound good. So yeah, I tried to go more away from the poetry scene. Well, not scene, well, rather the
Pattern.
poetry style, and pattern, as you will. And I tried to keep it as a more of a rhyme, rap, MC, spitting.
Do you have a piece you'd like to share with us?
Sure. Yeah, definitely. I have it's an older one that I did with it's actually off another track. It's No Misunderstanding. It's supposed to be it was produced by Sober Minded Music. We're still here. We're right here. We're still living life with no fear. Take a step back so I can see clear. Hand me the wheel so I can steer us in the path of opportunity and freedom. We don't believe them when they say that we should be living life this way. Just want to go home to your kids and play. You misunderstand living our lives the way. Yeah, we misunderstand when someone gives you your hand. It's really rare, rather than when people giving you stares like you're crazy. But I guess that's humankind now. Meditation is how we must unwind now. And someday, in some way, we must combine how. No one will know until we find the solution. Knocking on skulls till they're awake from their illusion. Shaken and stirred, trying to break the confusion that the game has been over. This is now a revolution. And I am sick and tired of hearing all the lies. Fake people in disguise. Work offers to pay combos, but all we get is fries. But it's no surprise, because we're still here. We're right here. We're still living life with no fear. Take a step back so I can see clear. Hand me the wheel so I can steer us in the path of opportunity and freedom. We don't believe them when they say that we should be living life this way. Just want to go home to your kids and play. We misunderstand, wasting our life away. And that's no misunderstanding.
All
Very
right.
nice. Did you snaps? Studio snaps?
Yeah, I learned. I was about to start clapping, Brooke. So
Yes.
Oh, man.
Getting
Thank
him with the snaps.
yeah. I'm learning the poetry lingo or etiquette, I guess you could say.
Yes.
Nice.
And that was called. You said no misunderstand.
Yeah, no misunderstanding.
No misunderstandings. Nice.
Nice. Well, Trayvon, do you have a, you want to ask him something? You want to ask him something?
Yeah, I was actually going to ask Trayvon. You know, Trayvon, Super Bowl Sunday is coming up on Sunday, and obviously it's Super
Niners.
Bowl Sunday. You know,
Niners.
Trayvon, before I guess determining whether or not we keep you on the show right now, is there a particular team you happen to be going for?
You know what? I don't follow football much lately. Especially, I haven't been following sports as much as I have as I used to back in the day. But
Safe answer.
from what I've heard, Baltimore was made it right.
Ooh.
What I heard, you know, and that's only from my brother who's from Baltimore. So he's going for Baltimore. I'm like, all right, whatever. If you go for Baltimore, I go for Baltimore.
Uh-oh, 2 out of 3 here.
2 out of yeah.
You're on Reezy
Only
So
side.
Reezy, at least he gave you some. Yeah, but like you
so I'm
said,
hoping I don't get jumped on the way to this station next time I come over there.
Oh, no.
Don't worry, we
I
won't.
got your back, Trayvon. I got it.
it'll be when you're leaving the station that'll happen. So you all good, brother. You all good.
Well, thank you so much, Trayvon. Do you want to give someone a shout out?
Share your
Oh
links
yeah,
where people can
definitely.
connect with
Shout
you.
out to my boys from Union Academy. Shout out to my girl Stephanie. Shout out to my moms. Rest in peace. Much love. Shout out to you guys. You guys are doing great. One mic, one voice. Awesome show. I will always tune into you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate
Trayvon.
that.
And where can we get your information? Where can people download and stream your recent mixtape?
It's actually on SoundCloud.com. It's SoundCloud.com/NativeAlter, and that's pretty much alternative backwards. So native, and then there's no dash. It's just all one word. Native Alter.
You have a Twitter, Facebook? That's all the
Yeah,
same?
Facebook as well. Facebook.
Same thing?
It's all Native Alter. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Trayvon. We're going to have you come in the studios in March, okay?
Definitely. I'll be waiting.
Looking
Awesome.
forward to
We're
it.
looking forward to it.
All right, Trayvon.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thanks for
Have a
having
good
me
one.
again, guys.
Bye.
Go Niners.
Have a good night, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, buddy.
All right now.
What's up?
all right
No
now.
misunderstandings.
What's up with the gun control
Oh,
stuff? What's
Lord.
up with this gun stuff going on? I know we don't even have enough time to really. We may have to do a part 2.
Right?
So what
Next week.
happened? So what happened with these guns today and yesterday? What are the
Kevin
new
knows this
developments?
morning, right? That's what you were saying. Something happened this morning?
Well, yeah, there was an incident that happened this morning with guns. I'm not sure if you're pertaining to the NRA. I know that they had some kind of meeting or, I guess a meeting of the minds to figure out how they're going to, attack this problem from here on out.
Are you going to spin it from here?
How they're going to spin it, yeah. But there was another incident today involving a school bus and a gun, and school bus driver's dead. And I mean, it's just talking about this stuff. It's sad that it's just, talking about that it's just like it's nothing. It comes so nonchalant because
It's almost like an everyday thing, and,
Right?
and it's everywhere.
it seems like
it's just
now.
everywhere.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to touch on that, and I don't know. I'm kind of a little scared to talk about it though. When we leave the studio, it might seem the government men in black to take us away when we talk about it.
We got a couple minutes.
Yeah, but there's this thing on YouTube, footage on YouTube. It's about 30 minutes. A gentleman is actually talking about the Sandy Hook. And he's actually made so much sense. Brooke, can you elaborate? Because she saw it with me as well, too.
Well, it's a visual. When the Sandy Hook situation happened and the news has so much contradictory information, it was contradicting saying, the
the facts were just coming in.
the
and
facts
they
were like, the mother was a teacher and then the mother wasn't a teacher and all this other stuff. So this video basically took all the information, and you know, with our media, they show what's selective, what they want to put out there.
Right.
But this video had footage from local news that was out in that area that was not shown to us. And it was like an older gentleman who stated, a bus driver came and dropped off 6 kids on my lawn, and then I sat with the kids for like 3 hours or like 2 hours, didn't call the police and all this. And then he got interviewed the same day. He was in the same attire, just had sunglasses on, and he had a totally different story, saying that it was a man outside yelling and there were kids running, and this was within the same day. And then the video just shows information like that. It shows information of another shooter that was running in the hills. Police were chasing him, caught him down, arrested him.
They never showed that.
They never showed that on the media. They put him in the front of a police car. You know, if you're a criminal, you never sit in the front of the police car.
No.
They were saying how you only saw a picture from the whole situation. You never saw footage of ambulances. You never saw the after effects like we see like 9/11 and situations like that. So it was a lot of information that was contradicting. They said, you know how with the gun control, they're trying to remove the assault rifles.
Right.
Saying that the assault rifle is what was used in the shooting, but the assault rifle was found in the back of a trunk.
It wasn't even an assault rifle. It was just a regular.
Didn't he have a semi-automatic or
No,
something?
it wasn't a semi-automatic.
Was that a handgun?
They said it was, but it was an actual regular rifle.
And the weapons kept changing. It was handguns, assault rifles. So it's just this video brought all the information together that you don't see, and just shows how much it's just contradicting. Like,
Then the thing too, the guy was really trying to say is also most of the people that were on camera were with the Screen Actors Guild.
Oh yeah, they were all enlisted with the Screen Actors Guild.
With the Screen Actors Guild. Also, yes,
Parents,
also the little
witnesses.
girl that supposedly had passed. 2 people, they had already posted like found what do you call that when you want to collect money?
Oh, they made Facebook pages.
Made Facebook
Donations?
pages
They
before
made them
they even died.
Before they died. So
Allegedly died.
I think it happened on I don't quote me on the date. Say it happened on December 14th. They made the
On the
pages
10th.
December 10th or December 12th.
Yeah.
So it's like, how are you making these
Okay, that
pages?
sounds creepy now.
Then they had it where
yeah.
the guy's father, they had this press meeting, and then they caught the footage of the guy coming in, and he was literally laughing, hee ha ha ha. And then when he got on camera, he automatically went in actor's mode and started crying.
Yeah, he walked out.
And what guy was this?
The father of
Supposed to be one of the fathers.
The father of the shooters.
Emily, the daughter that allegedly have passed, Emily.
The one that the face.
So I don't understand what was so funny. Why was this guy laughing? What was so hysterical about the fact that his daughter
That you
just
just
died?
lost your daughter
That's the point the guy was trying to make out in this.
they
in
slow-moed
this tape. They
it
slow
and
motioned it, and
everything.
it's like.
What's
and
the
then-
name of this? I need to find this video because I saw something on Yahoo when I logged onto that. The guy who apparently had the kids in his driveway or something was upset because he said he was getting all types of death threats, and people were like emailing him and calling him and sending him all these messages stating that this was all staged and like how dare he participate in something that's so dark and evil and malicious. And he was like, I don't know why people think that this is fake. And he was like people
Trying to
die, like
defend-
right. And I was like, that's why. Like, why do people think that? So people, the video is trying to say that the Sandy Hook thing seems like it was kind of like
Like a stage.
like a staged thing.
And they're actually saying if you
What?
and they're showing everything. Yeah, they're saying that I think a week before that, FEMA was having a drill in the area. They were going to be and it's actually online. He shows the footage. I mean,
no,
shows
it wasn't
the
a
link.
week. It was the day.
The day of, they were supposed to
day
be
of.
having a drill, an emergency drill in the area, and then the emergency to the road were blocked off, so there were no ambulances that were coming in. If you notice, if you go back and look at the footage, the only footage you see of children are the ones where they
took a picture.
they were walking in line with each other, behind each other, with their hands on each other's shoulders.
Let's just get down to the bottom of this. So what is it that what is this guy's objective by putting him? Is he saying that this never occurred? That there was no such thing, no Sandy Hook tragedy? Is that what he's saying?
Oh, the other thing that's
I mean,
happened-
I don't understand.
the school
thing
nurse. They had the school nurse who got interviewed and said that she was the one that said that the alleged shooter mother was a teacher and she's known her for years. You know, you can get school public records in the video. In the video, they take snapshots of things because he said, you know, they'll probably take this down by the time this video releases. In the school records, there was no records of
Of her
a
even being a nurse.
being at that school that day. So it's like, it's so much information. Like she was saying, they were running test drills that same day from 9 to 4. They put the code of what it was, and it was a test drill about protecting child endangerment and saving children in schoolhouse. It's like the exact same incident that happened that day. They were running that drill 20 minutes away from the school.
Yeah, but
They're saying
how do you have a school with no nurse? Like, I thought there had to be a nurse.
Exactly.
They're saying actually that it's actually was staged so they can try to push the gun laws, which I can see because they're saying that the thing in Colorado was also staged too.
With the
Aura, the movie theater?
Yep, it was 2 people supposedly.
Next, are they going to say Columbine was staged too?
But
Come on.
if you think about it, I mean, ultimately they're putting us into a martial law. They want to disarm us with these guns. And we're going to eventually go into a martial law. I'm sorry. It's just ultimately going to happen. And that's going to ultimately end up in the New World Order. And that gets deep. That's what I'm saying. When we leave, I hope I don't see 2 men in black out there with glasses.
But if you like to see the video for yourself, it is entitled Sandy Hook Fully Exposed 30 Minutes. It has about 1.6 million views. And there's a part 2 to it as well.
It's crazy, you guys.
So, oh, good Lord.
Well,
I am confused.
Wow. I'm about
It's
to say I'm
scary.
discombobulated with all this
It's
going
scary.
on.
It's yeah.
So then all those people that did allegedly die, then obviously.
Where are they? Yeah.
Yeah, where are they?
You didn't see them. If you look at,
But you never saw any footage
You never
of
saw
them.
any footage of them carrying out any kids.
You saw no ambulances,
you
no
never saw them
bodies,
go into
nothing.
the school.
So you're saying all those kids that supposedly died, those pictures of all of them, you see a lot of times they have the murals of all the kids and the
the
teachers that
pictures.
died.
And
every
so who are those people
Every
then?
parent that came on air are enlisted in the Screen Actors Guild. Even the guy that had the 6 kids on his that brought him in his house, he's with the Screen Actors Guild too. So these people are allegedly they're actors.
How do you know it's not just a coincidence?
Yeah, that's why I said allegedly.
Okay. Yeah.
It's creepy. It's really, really creepy. I think they're just trying to disarm us from guns. And
So was Obama in on it too then?
I don't know, but that's a whole other subject. But you guys, we only have a few minutes
Y'all
left.
getting all conspiracy here. Right. I'm
Okay,
scared.
so we're gonna conclude this next. Look at Reezy. Are you scared, Reezy?
Can we conclude this on a high note? You know,
I'm confused.
Can we talk about something happy now?
Well, we actually have to conclude the show here, you guys. We had a look. Come on, you guys scared?
I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm afraid to put my information out there now. I ain't receiving no death threats after this one.
If I'm ready for all this.
Well, anyway, you guys, we're going to go ahead and conclude our show. We encourage poets, singers, and comedians and musicians to sign up to be on our show. You can reach us at onemicOneVoiceRadio@gmail.com, and or you can connect with us on our Facebook at One Mic One Voice and our Twitter as well at OneMic_One Voice. Tune in live every Wednesday at our fabulous studios, Roscoe's Media Center.
Yay, yay.
Yay, yay.
Go Niners. Represent.
Super Bowl Sunday. Hot wings on the way.
Yes. Hot wings and hot
House?
things.
Yes! I'll be my friends out in Long Beach. Come.
Yeah, buddy.
That is so weird. What?
Yeah, y'all.